Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy of Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and it is Fun Fold Friday. Today I'll be sharing with you a really fun pop-up gift card holder using the Santa's Delivery stamp set, but you honestly could use almost any stamp set in our mini catalog and it would work out perfectly for this design. I'm going to hold my flip and we'll get started. Alright, let me scoot this up just a little bit. I have to apologize. It is a dark day here in California. We've had nothing but rain all day long, and so you're going to get some crazy lighting from me today, just because we don't have enough natural lighting. But welcome, welcome. If this is your first time to my Fun Fold Fridays, what I like to do is to reward you for commenting. I love seeing your comments either on YouTube or on Facebook. Comment by midnight tonight, and one lucky person who comments about this video will get the card that I make in our video today. All right, let me go ahead and show you the actual thing we're making and a little bit about the stamp set here. So what I've stamped, and this is the only part I've stamped, so that's why I said this can be very flexible as far as what you use for this, is the special delivery just for you that comes from this part right here. You could also use the elf approved and sleigh delivered, Santa Claus coming to town, or even the Merry Christmas would be really cute sayings for this. But we are making a pop-up card. I'm going to go ahead and just slide this off. If you want to, you could totally just pull this bow and it would unwrap this as well. We're going to slide it off. I'll turn it this way. We'll open it up, and inside you see how it pops open to show a gift card. I have a expired or used Amazon gift card here, but I honestly think this would be the perfect teacher gift where you can write a nice little message here and then have a gift card for your teacher. And I'm loving the choice of designer series paper that I used for this one. It's very festive. It actually coordinates with the Santa's Delivery and is on the last chance discount. So let me grab that name real quick because I always forget it. It is called Santa's Express. So it's just this beautiful designer series paper that has a lot of Christmas themed and Christmas colors on it. And I just love this one. There are just a handful of measurements for this card today. And so you can find all of those later over on my blog using the links below. All right, let's go ahead and start this one though. Let's set this aside so you still kind of see it. And grab our pieces that we need. So I'm using a shaded spruce because that's the color that matched my designer series paper. But before I go too far, I have to tell you, this card was actually inspired by a swap I received. Let me show you that one. By Kirsten Geens. I'm probably saying that wrong, so I apologize. Where she did this exact same measurement for this one. And you'll see how it has she even did a double seam here. So that'd be even another cute thing to do. And another spot here, and then the little pop-up right there as well. She actually added a bonus feature on the back, a place to hang a candy cane. I'm not that crazy today. We're going to keep it pretty basic, so you can make multiples of these if you wanted. All right, so shaded spruce is my color of choice for cardstock, and we have some measurements here. Let me go through them with you. They are, so we have 4 1/4 by 11, and then we have it scored at 3 1/4, 4 3/8, 5 1/2, and 8 3/4, all right here. We will have to do a little bit extra trimming here after we have it semi-assembled, and so I want to keep that in mind. Our other pieces that we're using is from this scallop and contour dies, this cute little scallop piece here that has the stitching, and then our designer series paper. For the paper, we have 2 pieces of 4 3/4, 2 pieces of 4 2, and then 4 pieces of 4 3. So there's a good amount of DSP here. I've also used the stylish shapes for our cute little circle here for our little tag on the front. All these supplies you can get from my online store, and I highly recommend using that link to visit it, especially for all the last chance items. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to flip it over. I'll keep it this way. We're going to fold it in one way. So this will be our front of it, I believe. Then we'll fold in this way using our bone folder, like that. And that doesn't quite look like the right shape, right? Well, that's because we have to go over this way, and we're gonna fold this part in so that way this will create a valley. So put those two together, use your bone folder just like so. Okay, look at this again so you can see this is how it'll end up. This is our front flap here, this is our back, this is our spot we'll have our gift card holder will go. Let's go ahead and flip that back over because we need to now close this to make a pocket. So we're going to flip this over, and we need tear tape. We're going to put tear tape on one of our small rectangles here. What we're going to use is tear tape on the sides and the score that's closest to the left side. So not the center score here and not that right score, because we're going to use just this left side here. It honestly doesn't matter which one you put it onto because it's just going to glue it shut. But I'm just choosing the left side for ease. You want to get closest to that score line as you can. Make sure you press it down, and then we'll add one more here for this top one, and do not go over that score line there. Okay, remove the backings. And this might be the hardest part of the card because we have to make sure it's straight. This sample one, I did not do straight, and this tape is so sticky it was hard to recover. So we're gonna go like this, make sure our score line, oh, that looks perfect. Yay! Okay, flip it back over. And now what we need to do is grab our paper trimmer. Kind of burnish it, make sure that's sticking pretty good though. Here's my paper trimmer. And what I'm going to do is just do a little bit cut off of this score line here. So I'm going to push it up to the track, and there's not even, just very like the smallest amount. Just enough to open up that spot that's been sealed off. There we go. Remove that part there, and we should now have our pop-up for pocket. It's hard to first open it up, so you either use your bone folder or grab your gift card holder and stick it right in there. But once you've stuck something in there, it goes in pretty easily. All right, while we're here, let me show you. We're going to close this part up, and you'll notice that it does not close with ease right here. So we just need to do a little bit of trimming on this side as well. So I'm literally going to take off just the tiniest piece. Then we'll check it and see if it looks good and if it will close flat. Oh, there we go. That looks nice. Okay. All right, now we can go ahead and create a little notch. Stampin' Up! Used to have circle punch, and if you have circle punches still, I recommend using that. If not, go ahead and grab your heart punch here. This is what we're going to use to create a little notch by just using one side of our heart. Before we do that though, let's go ahead and measure the halfway point with a pencil. I usually use my paper trimmer. So we know this is 4 1/4, so I'm going to go at 2 1/8 right here. And I had a pencil handy. Oh, here it is. There we go. And I'm just make a little tick mark here. So I know this is the center. Okay. Then we're going to punch at the same time, so you make sure that this is folded all the way back so you're not punching, so that's not like laying like this, because we don't want to punch this back piece. So just that this piece here is available. Line up your punch through this piece here, making sure that looks like it's center. It doesn't need to go too far. You just want a tiny little notch. Press down and punch it through. Oh, let's see if I can get it. I might have had it in a lock position. 1 second. I might have to use my old-fashioned circle one. Oh. Oh no, I think I jammed it. I had pressed too many papers in it earlier, and it's going to get really loud. Let's see if I can't. Sadly enough, sometimes the secret of fixing up Stampin' Up! Punch is to drop it, and it's really loud. So I apologize now, but just to unjam it, and I can see it right here. So maybe if I do a quick drop, hold on. A little practice. No! It's not. Oh, see, it's still just jammed. So this one, I might need to call customer care and see if I can't get it replaced. Sadly enough, my goodness. Yeah, that's what happens when I try to put too many pieces of paper in there at once. All right, let me grab just a circle punch then. Okay. The size doesn't matter as much because we just need a little notch right here. I'm still going to use that as my center piece though. And then we'll punch this one through. And that's what it should look like. Sorry about that. I was super hoping that was going to work for you guys because that's a really cool trick just to use that heart shape. The other trick I've been told is to put it in your freezer, and sometimes that makes it get unstuck as well. So I'll give that a try after the video today. Okay, now we should be ready to put on our DSP. That being said, this measurement might be too big and cover up just a little bit of a notch, which you totally could leave that if you want, or after you get this on, you can use your punch again and punch out that little bit here. Let me grab my liquid glue and just do a little bit of adhesive on both sides. Lay that down. I want border on all of my sides here. Just kind of like that. Careful not to stick your hand in the glue. And then we'll place this one down here. Try to have it matching. I'm loving the liquid glue just because I can move it around after I first put it down, because I usually do not put it on straight the first time. All right, let me grab that punch again, and I'll do a quick another little punch just to have that match there. Again, just using circle punch or the heart punch if it's working. And there we go. Okay. Now we can glue on the rest of our pieces here. This one right here is our 2-inch, goes on our front cover and inside. So flip this over, having borders on all sides. There we go. Close it, put some more adhesive on. Almost right there. Look, I'm super crooked, so we're going to shimmy it. That's looking better. Okay. Add our 4 other pieces now to the inside and back side, all the sides. If you want to keep your pattern going the same direction, just be mindful of how you cut it and how you line it back up. This one looks like it's all going kind of at the slant this way, which I really love this paper. My plan is to use this for a Christmas gifts for some teacher friends and put like a little Starbucks gift card in there because I feel like this matches the color really, really well. So this last one right here is going to be just off on its bordering because remember we took off that little sliver here. So it's okay if it's not completely equal all around. Okay. Flip this one over. Same with this one. It's going to be a little bit big. And if you wanted to, you could honestly just do an extra little trim on the DSP if you want it to be more with the borders there. So we're going to have it just like that. And then we should have one more on the very back side here. So it's completely covered in our DSP. All lined up nice. You guys will have to let me know if you have snow where you are or if you have rain like we have in Southern California today. Grab your liquid glue or your seal. Add that back to our label here. Stick that in the very inside. Like I said, the other lady had another little cute label here, so that's an extra feature you could do as well. All right, let's grab that gift card out. Make sure that this is legit. It's really, really working. There we go. Sticks it right in. Look how it fits perfectly in there. I just love that. Next, we just need to grab some of our ribbon. I should say next, we probably should do some stamping. Let's do that first. I'm gonna grab, I love that. It just pops right open, just laying there. I have my foam mat and a piece of scrap paper. We're gonna grab our circle that we've cut out, die cut out. I'm using my shaded spruce because that matches my paper perfectly. That's the best thing about Stampin' Up! Is how everything coordinates color-wise. Let's do a practice. So I'll ink it up a couple times by pressing. Practice on my piece. There we go. Make sure there's not a hair over it. And then we will stamp right here on our circle. Press and lift. Oh, that looks great. Let's go ahead and grab a hole punch. So I like the smaller hole punch because I'm using the linen thread to create a little tag with this. But if you have a larger one, it'd be just as fine. We're going to take this, turn it. Watch out for my green thumb. I'm going to get that on something, I betcha. Line up your punch so it's about center. And there you go. So you can't wipe it off, huh? Okay. Now I did about, of our ribbon, I have this beautiful seam binding ribbon that is the soft sea foam. And I'm going to go ahead and measure about 16 to 18 inches. You could be flexible with it, just depends on how big you want your bow. And we're going to wrap it around our card here. So I like to go this way, but one lady I saw had hers going around, let me go, this way instead. So that's another cute way to wrap this, like that. But I did like mine wrapped going up and down to look more like a present. Okay, get your two ends together. Make sure your ribbon's not twisted. Make a knot and pull it tight. Make your bow. Wrap it around. Pull through. And then just play with it to adjust it to the size that you want by pulling on your ends. And then trimming your ends to be what you want them to be as well. Okay, mine's looking a little bit crazy there, but we can fix that later. I will not send you this. We'll do it again. I was like, I could just leave. It'll be fine. Oh no, it bothered me too much. Okay, we'll try that again. We'll wrap it around. This is really slippery ribbon, which makes it really pretty, but just a little bit tricky to work with. Okay, that's looking better. Cute. I'll trim off one of my ends here at an angle. My paper snips. There we go. And now we just need to attach this. If you don't have a hole punch, the other thing you could do is just put a dimensional on the top of this back here and then slide it right there. So it looks like it has been attached to the ribbon, but it's actually attached to the paper. For this one though, what I did was use just a little bit of linen thread, probably about 4 inches. Cut it, stick it through the hole. There we go, thread it through. And then I take one underneath it. And I'm gonna go on top of the top bow here. And then you just take the two ends and make a knot. Like that. Trim off your ends. And there we go. A super cute gift card holder that pops up when you open it up inside with our cute little message, special delivery just for you. Ooh, and this one, I actually added a rhinestone. So if you want to add a little bit of bling, you could totally just add a little rhinestone right there and make it even a little bit extra special. All right, you guys, I hope you've had a fun time learning how to make this pop-up gift card holder, and you make oodles of them. I can make out of a 12 by 12 piece of paper 2 of these, and out of a piece of cardstock 2 as well. So it's very paper practical with no waste, and a great way to use up your design series paper with your cardstock. All right, you guys, happy stamping, everyone. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.